Alright, brothers and sisters, Cable Guy Ken here, back with you real quick. See, I got some ash on that. I'm gonna have to wash that. It ain't gonna work. This is my Swiss tool I got with my birthday money. And a little Victorinox logo. I like the fact that they put a snap on this pouch. You know, it's still the heavy Cordura nylon, like the Gerber multi-tool and all those use, but it seems a lot better well made. It's actually formed for the tool, you know, pre-shaped for it. Unlike the Gerber is just a flat pouch, and you press the tool in there and it kind of stretches to fit it over time, and then it's got a real good solid snap. It ain't gonna just pop open on you and your tool fall out, but it's not hard to close back down either. And of course, it's got a wide belt loop here. I kind of like my multi-tools to be side saddle instead of straight up and down. I like them side saddle, or either at a little bit of an angle like this on your belt, and this won't work for that. I may just make me another little loop and sew it on there, something that'll go from here to here, running this way, so that I can wear it in an angle. Just gets it out of the way. Not as big as it used to be, but your belly gets in the way when you got stuff riding up like that on you. And here we are. Look at that shine. Hey, there's my camera. Now y'all can see why I tell you I can't see what I'm filming. I don't have anything over here or anything over here that I can see. The view screen, there's me, the view screen is actually right behind the lens. So the only way I can see what I'm filming is if I'm behind the camera like I am right now. So here it is, the Victorinox Swiss tool. Like I said, I can't give you a model number. There's probably a number on the box that might tell you what one it is, but I don't believe so. That thing's shiny. I like that. If I drop it, I'll be able to see it. Got your standard needle nose. I wouldn't really call them needle nose. They're more just blunt nose pliers. Got the little Swiss logo there, the Victorinox logo. You've got your hard wire cutter, a wire stripper, and a standard wire cutter on that little jaw. Now the camera not going to pick that up good, but there's actually a notch down in there for helping strip wire and cut hard wire. Real solid, comfortable in my hand, and like I said, I've got fairly big hands. According to the ruler, let's see what the ruler says. Yeah, see, my hands are 8 inches from palm to fingertip, and 3 3/4 wide right there. It does have a 9-inch ruler on it. This side, of course, the side with the logo is going to be your inches, and then flip it over on the other side and you've got your centimeters. So it goes 9 inches excuse me, 9 inches, or looks like 23 centimeters. You can see oh, it's fuzzy, but you can kind of make those out a little bit. I am getting a better camera, y'all, so hopefully, you know, one day soon I'll actually be able to get close in on things like this and it not be fuzzy. Well, look at there. There you go. I start talking about replacing it, it starts working. There's a little Victorinox logo. And here you can see those little extra little cutters I was talking about in there. So, on to the tools. Now, the one thing I really like about this over the Gerber is you don't have to open it up. Now, that didn't used to bother me, but as I'm getting older, it bothers me a little bit more. Of course, you've got a good wood file here. You got a, see if it's going to zoom in on that a little bit. There we go. Got a good wood file on one side, and actually a metal file on the other side, and you can see these teeth from that file come down to this edge. That turns this into a little hacksaw blade, and it does cut extremely well. Playing with the camera at the same time. There's your wood saw. I said between this and the Gerber, you can see that's a little bit thin. The width of that, it's only about a 1/16 of an inch thick, but it goes through the wood extremely fast. And because of the tooth pattern that they've got here, the way that tooth pattern is designed, it cuts a really clean path through the wood, so you don't have a lot of cleaning to do when you get done. Of course, it does have your locks here. All of the blades lock into place, so you can't close that unless you slide this little lock back. You've got a super sharp from the factory blade that is roughly about 3.5 inches long. Just a regular standard fine edge blade. And then of course on this side you've got the serrated blade, which works really good for, you know, fibrous material, small plant vines, cordage, things like that. This will cut through it a lot faster, a lot easier, especially if it's wet. Wet rope's just really hard to cut. Fujifilm. You've got a wide array of screwdriver bits. There's a little fine, like eyeglass screwdriver bit. And of course there's your awl. Then on your other side over here, you've got the can opener, the broad screwdriver. You've got two different size wire strippers or rope cutters for like small cordage and stuff. Let the camera focus on that now. And then of course you've got that chisel end that is just extremely sharp, and that's a chisel for, you know, digging into some wood. You can see it pulling little flakes of skin off right there. It's just really sharp. And last but not least, you have the bottle opener with another little flat screwdriver tip to it. And that is all the tools. Like I said, the main thing I like about this over the Gerber is easier to get the pliers out. But with the Gerber, even if you don't mind having to open the pliers out and get your tools from inside here, with the Gerber, once you get the tool out and you go to use that blade, we'll just say with the, oh, that'll work. The edge on the Gerber, you can see how this one, the bottom of the tool, as you'd be holding it like this to cut, there's your sharpened edge. On the Gerber, it's like this. Here's your sharpened edge. So you've got 3/4 to 1 inch wide space between this and what you're cutting. Now if you're cutting, you know, wood for you know, steaks, things like that, that's not an issue. But if you're using this as a camp knife as well to cut meat, cheese, summer sausage, you know, anything like that, to cut your food up while you're eating, this is in the way. So when you go to cut whatever you're cutting, look at how much of the knife is up in the air. I'm trying to slice my food, and I'm only using this much of the blade to do it with. You see what I'm saying? Where with the Swiss tool, because the edge is in the proper spot, you can put the whole thing down and get in there and really cut. So that's just the pros and cons, I think, for the Swiss tool to the Gerber. So that's it for right now. Be back with you shortly. Do another video. Got some more stuff I want to review. My little fire has died out, but I got plenty of good hot coals. Got some good hot coffee from my percolator I got. I'm enjoying that. I'll see y'all in a bit.